everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle here. I have something, I don't know, you may or may not be interested in. This plant here on my property is called pokeweed. I don't know if you've ever heard about pokeweed. Oh wait, here's my little thing that I typed up and I attach it to my plant so people will know if I died. Can you see? Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get my little thing in there to read. Okay, I'm going to just read it to you. It says, pokeweed leaves can be eaten only if they're prepared properly. The berries are poisonous. Never eat the berries. Well, so I'm going to tell you a story about pokeweed. And it's almost like it's a beautiful, beautiful berry. And I understand, as I research this more and more, there is a woman that I follow that used to go out into the woods and pick up weeds and show you how to prepare the weeds. And one of the things I learned is that a lot of the weeds, things that we would call weeds nowadays, were part of people's diet. And they were so very valuable for the vitamins that you could get from all the different weeds in your garden. So I thought, I have a 1914 house somewhere around here on my property. There probably was a garden that grew the weeds to be able to eat. So these leaves are huge. And so the woman that I follow that did those videos showed how to cook those pokeweeds. Basically, the leaves itself have to be cooked like spinach with water, and then you drain it off, and then you cook it again, and you drain off the water, and then you put on whatever seasoning you want. They say that these flowers, or whatever you're going to call them, the little berries, are poisonous. However, I have researched that a bit, and some people in the South learned to take one berry every couple of days or one a week, and it helped clean the inside of their body. So I don't know. I do know that during the Great Depression in the United States, down south, there were canning plants that canned vegetables. And these things, I will chop these down or have my guy chop them down. See the old ones from last year. And then all this bigness grows in 1 year. And during the Depression, people would bring in their pokeweed plants during a certain time of the year when the berries even got dark. But to the canning plant. And the canning plant was a certified canning plant, and they would can the poke leaves and sell them as vegetables in the grocery store, canned vegetables. I mean, it's very interesting what you learn when you start researching all this useless information that nobody cans pokeweeds anymore. But if you ever needed to, you could. And then, so this is all for my children one day because there's so much information about this property that you just can't possibly pass it down and have them remember. So this thing here, it's sort of getting to the end of its season here. This is called wild lettuce. Can you see that? You know me in videography. And I'm going to read it to you, the information, because if you ever came to visit and you were in trouble, you could use this plant. Wild lettuce. Wild lettuce is grown worldwide, including Iran, Austria, France, Germany, and Scotland. This herb thrives in sunny locations. Herb, they're calling it an herb. And as such, where am I? That's herb thrives in sunny locations, such as along river banks, and roadsides. It can grow up to 6 feet tall. Wild lettuces, bright green leaves, ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Okay, when dried, this compound resembles opium. It's a pain reliever agent. So back in the old days, they used to use this for pain relieving. So, and you can just grow that in your yard. Okay, here's another one that, well, it's much prettier when it's young, but this is about dying off now. Look at this. This is a thistle. Okay, now look at what I have here. My poor kids are going to be like, why did Mom do this? A thistle. Same thing, edible parts, the roots, the leaves, the seeds, and unopened flower buds. It's crazy. I have a lot of stuff in my yard that might be helpful one day for people if we ever have a Great Depression, for people to know they can take care of themselves and not have to go to the pharmacy that is not getting delivery. We're having a big issue that there may be some of our pharmaceutical drugs not going to be delivered. If we get in World War III, you might need to know this stuff. You need an abundance of information, an abundance of friends, and an abundance of knowledge. All right. I know. Don't unsubscribe. I know I'm a crazy lady. But it's all just sort of interesting to me. All right. Love you tons. This is the Abundance Oracle. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe now. And I'll be reporting back to you even more crazy stuff that you don't need to know right now. But one day you may need to. Okay. Love you tons. The Abundance Oracle. Bye-bye.